everybody, and welcome to Board Online, Board Offline. Today we'll be teaching you how to play Naturopolis. Now before we do that, I do want to mention our sponsor, StoneValleyGames.com. This is a great site run by Eric and Wendy. They have all kinds of great stuff over there. Board games, card games, war games, collectible card games, RPGs, everything in between. Go check them out. They can definitely hook you up with what you're looking for. They have some great programs as well. If you live in the continental United States and you order $100 or more for them, they'll ship to you for free. If you are a return customer, they have a loyalty program. And if you're in the United States military and you're stationed overseas with an AA, AE, or AP address, they'll ship to you for free. So go check them out. They've got the new hotness, the old classics, the old hotness, the new classics, all that stuff. StoneValleyGames.com. There is a link in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help the channel out, I don't have a Patreon or anything like that. However, you can check the description below for some ways to help the channel out, or you could leave a super thanks in the comments below. Either way, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support. To set up Naturopolis, first shuffle the cards and then randomly set 3 off to the side with their scoring conditions face up. These 3 cards show the specific conditions that apply to this game. You'll ignore the scoring conditions on the backs of all of the other cards. Each scoring condition card has a unique number on it. You'll need to add these 3 numbers together. In this case, we've got 28. This gives the target score, which is the total points your team must reach or exceed in order to win. Next, choose a start player and deal them 3 cards with the blocks side face down. Next, deal 1 face-down card to all other players. Next, deal 1 face-down card to each other player. The players should take their cards into their hands without revealing the block side to any other player. Next, set the remaining cards off to the side, block side face up as the draw deck. This means that players will always have a preview of the next card to be drawn. Now, take the top card of the deck and place it into the build area. This will start your map. Play now begins with the start player and continues clockwise. A block is defined as a rectangular quadrant in one of 4 types: forest, meadow, lake, and mountain. Every card will have 4 blocks, one of each of those 4 zone types. Also, each card will have an oval-shaped campsite. These will be used by certain scoring conditions. Also, each card contains 1 road, 1 river, or 1 of each. A road or river is defined as a continuous stretch of roadway or riverway that may be as short as 1 block, as you see here, or it may be several blocks long. Roads play an important role in final scoring. Roads and rivers are used by certain scoring conditions. If you are the start player, you will choose one of the 3 cards in your hand and add it to the map with the block side face up. If you are the start player, choose one of your 3 cards, reveal it, and add it to the map, block side face up. After playing your card, pass your 2 remaining cards left to your neighbor. Since they already had 1 card in hand, they'll now have 3 cards in hand. Finally, you draw 1 card from the top of the deck. If there are no more cards in the deck, then you will continue playing with an empty hand. If you have fewer than 2 cards to pass to the left, then pass what you have. Play will continue until all 15 cards have been added to the map. So now let's discuss the placement rules. On your turn, you must place your cards so that at least 1 block edge meets 1 block edge. It can be the long side or it could be the short side. And of course, it can be multiple blocks. Or you may place it so that 1 block covers 1 or more existing blocks. You may not tuck your card underneath an existing one. You may not place your card so that it only connects by a corner. When placing your card, you of course can rotate it 180 degrees so that you can use either orientation like this. However, the entire map must all be oriented in the same direction, so no cards may be placed like this. Creating an open space or gap in the map is allowed as long as all of the other placement rules are adhered to. Roads and rivers may never be connected. Discussing cards is not only legal, but encouraged. You may discuss anything you want, but do not actually show your hand to anyone. Once you have actually revealed a card, at that point you must play that card. However, placement of the card, of course, can still be discussed. Once all 15 cards have been played, your map is completed. At this point, you'll tally your final score. First, you score 1 point per block in the largest group of each zone type. So for instance, for meadows, we have a group of 3 here, and so we'd get 3 points for meadows. Keep in mind, a group is a cluster of matching blocks connected by at least one edge. So for instance, this mountain and this mountain are not part of the same group. If 2 or more groups of the same type are tied for your largest, you choose one or the other, but not both. You then subtract 2 points from your total score for each road in your map. So we have 1 road here, 1 here, and 1 here, so we'd lose 6 points. In addition to the base scoring, you of course also need to score points for the 3 cards you placed aside at the beginning of the game. After adding this score to your base score, then you have your final score. If this final score equals or exceeds the combined value of your 3 scoring condition cards, then you win. So in this case, if we had 28 or more points. It should be noted that if you want to play solo, play is identical to the normal game, except that you have 1 hand of 3 cards to work with every turn. After placing a card, you'll draw a new card so that you have 3 cards and then take your next turn. And you simply play until the deck runs out and you run out of cards in your hand. So that is how you play Naturopolis. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a super thanks in the comments below. Also be on the lookout for how to play Aeon Trespass Odyssey Part 2. We're about halfway done scripting that video. We may have a Perdition's Mouth Abyssal Rift gameplay coming up soon. We also will have the final part of how to play Game of Thrones, the board game, and also how to play Frosthaven Part 2B coming up very soon as well. Lots of fantastic stuff. And until next time, if you're bored online, board offline.